I thought I could live with the knowledge. I thought reading my great-grandfather's journal would be enough, just knowing the rules, understanding the curse, avoiding the traps. But the truth is, once you know, you can never live normally again. It started with small things. The sound of something scratching beneath my floorboards, a shadow that lingered in the corner of my vision longer than it should have. Footsteps in the hallway when I knew I was the only one in the house. At first, I told myself it was paranoia, that the journal had infected my mind, made me see patterns where none existed. But then the patterns became undeniable. One night I woke to find my front door wide open. The wind howled through it, carrying with it the smell of iron blood. There were no footprints outside, just the faintest drag marks in the dirt as if something had been pulled away from my house. I shut the door, locked every window and sat awake until dawn. That was the first night I realized the creature wasn't just a memory. It was still here. I went back to the journal, desperate for answers. The entries had become frantic near the end of my great-grandfather's life. He wrote of experiments he never finished, tests on the creature's intelligence. He described giving it tasks, puzzles, mazes, even written symbols, and it solved them, quickly, as if it wasn't learning but remembering. "It knows more than I do," he scrawled in one entry. "It pretends to struggle so I continue, but I see it in its eyes. It is ancient, older than us, older than time as we measure it." That thought terrified me. If the creature was ancient, then my family wasn't cursed by chance. We had been chosen, selected, perhaps because my great-grandfather captured it, or perhaps because long before him it had already decided we were its playthings. I started researching the deaths in more detail. My grandmother killed when a bear tore through her cabin door, though no bears had been seen in the region for years. My uncle, whose car swerved into a ravine on a clear, dry road, no skid marks left behind. My cousin, found drowned in a shallow creek, though he could swim better than anyone in the family. Each story was brutal, each death impossible to explain, and in every generation one survivor, one heir to carry the shadow of the bloodline. The realization made me sick. We weren't unlucky, we were livestock, kept alive generation after generation, so the creature could feed, could punish, could remember. The following week I felt it grow closer. I would wake with scratches on my arms, though my bedroom door stayed locked. I would hear whispers, faint and cruel, in a language I didn't understand. And once, just once, I saw it clearly. It stood at the edge of the forest behind my house, barely visible in the moonlight. Thin, pale, its body twitching unnaturally, head tilted like a curious child. Its eyes locked on mine, glowing faintly. We stared at each other for what felt like minutes, though it could have been seconds. Then it vanished, melting into the shadows like it had never been there. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep for days. But the worst part wasn't the sight of it. It was the realization that I wasn't afraid anymore. Not in the way I should have been. I was part of the cycle now, just like my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. I was living on borrowed time, and the creature was the one lending it. And somewhere deep inside I knew, when it finally came for me, it wouldn't be an accident. It wouldn't be quick. It would be personal.